What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. What's up, boys?
What up?
Hey, I'm here.
Josh, that was a roller coaster, your dance moves today. I felt like the mood changed, your confidence in the moves changed. It was all
yeah. At first, I wasn't really vibing, and I was like, you know what? Just feel it.
Just vibe it, Josh. Just vibe.
Be vibing. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good.
Guys, joining us today is a very special guest. He came in and kicked some butt at Fantasy Fortune last time he was here. He's the host of the Young Fantasy Mind Football podcast. You can find him on Twitter at TYFMNFL and the same tag over on TikTok as well. That is TYFMNFL. Hutchinson Brown, thank you so much for coming on with us today, my man.
I'm very excited. Wheel of Fortune, Fantasy Fortune, not Wheel of Fortune, Fantasy Fortune.
Same thing.
That was a fantastic time. I had a great time kicking everybody's butt, but I'm here again today. I'm very, very excited to do some poll perception. I watch you guys like every week, like once a week at least. I try to watch one of these games. They're so much fun.
My man.
Josh has been talking about that revenge for months now. You came in, beat him at Fantasy Fortune. Actually, I think Josh was probably hosting.
I was about to say. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like I hosted.
Prior to the show was like Josh was like, "Hutch, you ready to lose?"
Yes, I was. Yes,
I
was.
Every time.
And your answer wasn't very confident, Hutch. You were kind of like,
I wasn't. I've never played this game before, so I have no idea.
You're going down.
Joey right in here saying, "Happy Festivus. I have chosen Josh to compete in feats of strength with me this year. The show cannot begin until he pins me." You ready, Josh?
I'm pinning you, Joe. You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance. You're going down.
Also, Maria, welcome in. Glad to have you here. And Justin, what's up? And Justin has a question for us to kick off the show today. Deonta Foreman or Jeff Wilson? Going into these fantasy playoffs, round 2, the semifinals, which one of these two backs would you be starting, Foreman or Wilson?
Yeah, this is pretty easy for me. I have to go Deonta Foreman. They're in the same game, ironically, but the Tennessee Titans run D has been outstanding this year. I know Jeff Wilson just had a bit of a breakout game, but I don't want to trust him in this matchup. Deonta Foreman's been great over the past 2 weeks. He's had good volume. And the San Francisco matchup is very, very nice for running backs this season and just overall. They've been a terrible defense. They've struggled a little bit with injuries. But, yeah, Deonta Foreman's the guy here, 100%.
Deonta Foreman, 100% from Hutch. Josh, what do you think here? Do you agree with Hutch or are you going Jeff Wilson?
Oh, man, these guys are super duper close for me. When it comes down to it, I just trust the 49ers offense. And I know the Tennessee Titans rush defense is better than the 49ers when it comes down to it, especially against fantasy running backs. But I trust the 49ers offense to generate points, to get those goal line carries for Jeff Wilson. I think Jeff Wilson's going to be the guy. I guess the only problem would be Deebo Samuel, stealing touches from Jeff Wilson in my mind. They're so close. Foreman's probably going to get more carries, but I have a little bit more faith in Jeff Wilson myself.
JL, what about you?
I'm with Josh. I think that they'll most like. I think Deonta Foreman will split more than Jeff Wilson will. So I'll give the edge to Jeff Wilson, but it's close, very close.
And I'm with Hutch on this one. It is close. I'm probably close to Josh and JL
We're
here.
Being very helpful to Justin here. 50-50 split.
Yep.
Sorry, Justin.
Justin's probably used to it at this point, but you got some split opinions over here. Luckily, Hutch was here to be on my side today. Craig wants to know, did anyone bring eggnog and sugar cookies for the party?
I did
don't
not
think so. Well, none of us did. Hopefully someone in the chat brought them.
I did not.
Also, Merry Christmas Eve to you, Maria, as well. Even though you were saying it to J-Wall. J-Wall, and you're saying 3-5. Merry Christmas Eve. The 3-5 crew is ready to play some poll perception. Before we get into poll perception today, guys, though, a couple things. Number one, if you're not already following our guest on Twitter, go and follow him right now. His handle is at TYFMNFL. Right below his face right there. Hutch is a rising star in this space, a teen fantasy football analyst, still in high school, but out here absolutely killing it with the knowledge. As you can tell, every time he answers a question, he comes on and he knows his stuff. So make sure you guys are following him over there. Also, guys, while you're at it, hit that like button on this video on YouTube and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy. It's the easiest way to show your support for what we're doing over here. And Josh, do we have any news today before we get into our game?
We do. I saw Justin put Cam Akers with the eyes emoji in the chat there, and I was a little intrigued, and I checked it out, and he's been designated to return from the IR, and that opens his 21-day window.
No.
I'm not saying pick up Cam Akers and play him or anything. I'm just saying it's very interesting.
I don't think it's good. I think that's I'm a K-Maker trooper. I have him all over in Dynasty.
Yeah.
I think I have him in 4 out of 5 Dynasty leagues, which has been really sad. But I don't like this at all.
As someone that has him in Dynasty
scared.
leagues, I'm sure you're just like, no, take your time. Be ready for next
I want
season,
to take
right?
this time, man. Because like a couple of those leagues, I've literally just went from like win now to complete rebuild because I was depending a lot on K-Makers.
Yeah.
So I just want him to rest up and just be ready for next year rather than come out here and re-injure himself. But the note of confidence from coaching staff is great, which that just shows that, hey, they think he's back in full.
And we were talking about him a second ago with the question from Justin. I think Deonta Foreman is a big reason maybe people are starting to have some faith that Cam can come back from this now. We're seeing it happen in real time. Player coming back at the same position, same injury, and finding success on the football field. So this is exciting. I'm more in line with you, Hutch. I'm hoping they're smart about this. They hold him, make sure he's 100% ready to go. But it's exciting that we're already getting good news about him.
Yeah, it really is.
100%.
But we can kind of get into the other news here. Chargers, they officially placed Austin Eckler on the COVID list. There was we went back and forth a few different times with this. We were kind of confused, but he could still play this week, it looks like. But man, you got to prepare to not have him this week.
Yeah, he survived for a little bit. There were like 10 different Chargers players on the COVID list before, and it was said Austin Eckler not on the COVID list, and now he caught it.
Weird. It was weird, right? It was kind of a weird situation.
COVID's really been frustrating this year with the new variants and stuff. It's been crazy.
Justin Jackson, is he a pickup though? I would say yes. It looked like he was the more electric running back last week, right?
Yeah, he's going to get good work, and he's definitely getting into low RB2 territory because he's going to get 15 plus touches pretty much. That's pretty much locked in at this point.
I'm with you. Guys, Justin Jackson, we picking him up, JL?
Yeah, definitely worth it for this week. If nothing else, than to keep him away from your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. You too, Simon?
Yep, I'm picking up Justin Jackson. It's not a situation where you plug in like Alexander Madison and hope for the same production as the starter.
No,
but he'll be good enough to be worthy of plugging into your starting lineup, probably.
Absolutely. There's plenty of running backs out there I would start him over if Austin Eckler weren't able to play. Taylor Heineke was activated from the COVID list. That's good news. Good news. Mike Evans hamstring. He did not practice today. Antonio Gibson toe did not practice. What's up?
I don't think Evans is going to play, and I'm very excited for Antonio Brown.
I just made a video about Antonio Brown. He's a top 10 wide receiver for me.
He's my favorite. Yeah, he's my favorite wide. He was my send of the week. Send means start. For all my podcast. He's my send of the week for wide receiver this week. I absolutely adore Antonio Brown for this week. I'm assuming Evans and Godwin are both out. We know Godwin's out for the entire year because unfortunately he got the ACL tear, but I assume Evans is out this week. And if not, he's a decoy.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. Hamstring injuries we don't like to mess with typically, right? And Antonio Brown plays in a similar part of the field, I would say, to Chris Godwin. So I think he just comes into that Chris Godwin role more or less,
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson, he did not practice today. We'll keep an eye on this. Taysom Hill, he was placed on the COVID list. Ian Book, we all know this guy, appears to be the starter for the Saints this week.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Good old Notre Dame Ian Book.
Oh, man.
I was going to say Notre Dame's best they're sending down here.
Ramondre Stevenson, non-COVID illness. He remained sidelined for practice today. So it looks like he could still play.
Hopefully he's good to go.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. James Conner and Rondale Moore will be game time decisions.
Do we know James Conner injury specifically? Because I never heard anything about this. I think
what he has specifically?
Yeah, what was the injury?
It was a leg of some sort. I don't remember exactly.
Heel.
It
says heel issue is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was left out on the loop on this. I guess I missed this because.
Yeah, he got injured at the very end of the game last week, and he kind of was hobbling around a little bit. It looked like he was fine, but he's kind of been missing practice so far, so it looks like they're both going to be game time decisions. Dalvin Cook will miss this week's game due to COVID. Alexander Madison, guys, he needs to be rostered. He needs to be started.
Yeah, he's rostered everywhere.
Yeah, Alexander Madison's already rostered in 70+% of leagues right now, so you can't really find him anywhere. But yeah, he's going to be he's an RB1 again this week.
It's a smash start. You got to start him.
Yeah.
DJ Moore did not practice today.
Damn.
Not good news for them. Titans activate wide receiver AJ Brown from the IR officially. So it looks like he's going to be playing, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I And Kevin Stefanski said that Jarvis Landry will come off the COVID-19 list tomorrow. Also, he said that the plan is for Baker Mayfield to return for this week's game. And that's all the news I have for today, guys.
Well, a little too late on that Browns news. We could have used that last week, but that's okay, guys. Also, Jay Wallen, you're saying Josh's haircut is fire. Couldn't agree more. Looking handsome, Josh, up there. And Craig said, all I wanted for Christmas was FYF to start at exactly 3 p.m. Eastern time. Guess I was on the naughty list. Yeah, maybe next year, Craig.
You know what,
Craig?
It's actually not. It's actually not their fault. It was my fault because it was 3 p.m. It was 3 p.m. Eastern perfectly. I checked my watch. I was like, oh crap, I gotta get some water so I don't like.
I grabbed some water
And
too.
you know what? No.
know.
We're gonna take this a step further. It's Hutch's fault that we start late every day, not
Yes.
just
Oh, yeah.
today.
Yes.
Yep.
Every single day.
Yeah,
Even
Nobody's
before
taking
we met
responsibility.
Hutch, it was
It's always my fault. Always my fault.
And Craig,
Joe-
this is a gift, a Christmas gift in patience. You know,
Ah,
you gotta wait for something good sometimes. You know,
you're gonna be a great dad, Josh.
yeah.
And Joey said you're always on my naughty list, Craig. Us too. Maria loves your minion back there, Josh. Big fan. And
I love
Albert in
minions
here.
too.
What's up, Albert? Welcome in. Glad to
Albert.
have you here. And Jay Wall's excited about our guest as Hutch. Go Birds. He likes the Eagle sign
go.
back there.
Yeah.
Also, Scott had a question for us, guys. Scott wants to know Stafford or Herbert. And this one is pretty easy for me. There is not a single quarterback in the NFL I'm starting over Justin Herbert this week. Not one. Going up against the Houston Texans. It is an excellent matchup for Justin Herbert, especially with the type of defense that they play. If Jordan Vannick's in the chat, shout out to him. He posted some stats. Houston plays a lot of cover 2. There is no better quarterback in the NFL against cover 2 than Justin Herbert this season on a yards basis and a yards per attempt basis. It's not like Herbert wasn't a slam dunk start anyways, but he's my number 1 quarterback on the week. So I'm starting him over Stafford. Hutch, what about you?
Yeah, it's easily Herbert here, 100%. You know, Stafford's a great start too this week, but it's got to be Herbert here. Like the Houston Texans defense is like it's weird though because the Houston Texans defense, when you look at like fantasy points allowed, they're actually like 7th or 8th on the year.
Yeah,
like they're actually like they look like a good defense, but it's really because just teams want to run on them. That's really it. And the Chargers this week without Austin Eckler likely won't be running the ball very, very much. So they'll be throwing. And I could see the Chargers winning this game like 36-3. Like just absolutely shutting out the Texans with Davis Mills back there against a tough LAC passing defense. I think the Chargers absolutely dominate this week. Herbert has a huge game.
JL, what do you think here? Herbert or Stafford?
It's Herbert. I'm with you, Simon. Number 1 QB on the week.
Number 1 QB on the week. We got a unanimous Herbert. So, Scott, you got a little bit more help than Justin did. We agreed on this one. Midnight, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Good afternoon.
What up, Midnight?
And then we had a couple questions about picking up Cam Akers. I know we touched on this briefly, but I don't think there's a chance he contributes fantasy-wise before the end of the fantasy playoffs. I think this is a move for the actual NFL playoffs, not for fantasy football. You can pick him up, but I'm not wasting a roster spot if I don't need to. What do you think, Hutch?
Yeah, because he was just activated off IR. This does not mean he's going to play this week. That gives him 21 days to return and play. That does not mean he's going to play this week. In 21 days, I believe that would be enough to make it through the playoffs, right? Through the end of the regular season.
Yep.
We are in week 16 right now. So that means I think he could get through the end of the season without playing and he'd still be fine. Like he wouldn't break any rules. So I think they keep him out for the entirety of the season and he goes more to the playoffs. I feel like that's what they're looking more for him. So I don't think I don't think you should be picking him up if you don't have to. Maybe even you're like a 16 teamer, 18 teamer, something like that. If he's on the waiver wire, sure, shoot a shot at him because there's no one else
is on the waiver wire. Yeah,
there's no one else on the waiver wire to pick up. But in like your normal like 12 team leagues, 10 team leagues, just that's not worth it.
Also, Rendon in here saying, holy crap, boys. I just picked up Madison when you guys said that. Huge shout out.
Rendon.
And I picked up Justin Jackson. Nice. That is a championship move, Rendon.
Oh, yeah.
There.
You pro.
That is a championship move. Also, Jay Wall in here saying, I can't vote because I only vote for Simon and he's not an option. JL, we're about to start our game. Do we have the results of the poll that was posted right before this?
Sure. It is not concluded, but there are 7 votes. Hutch is in the lead, 43%. And then Jeff and I have 29%.
Who wins this game?
Yes, about who's going to win poll perception.
I did not see this poll on Twitter.
It's a poll and poll perception.
It's on
I think
YouTube.
it's on YouTube. If you go to the YouTube video, it should be in the comments there. Guys, we are going to get started with some poll perception today. I am hosting, which means Josh, Hutch, and JL are going to be going head to head to head. If you've never played this game with us before, or Josh, I know you always forget the rules. how this game works is before the show, I found 7 NFL or fantasy related polls online. I'm going to propose one of these polls to one of our contestants. Josh, I may ask you in Dynasty, what percentage of people prefer DeAndre Hopkins over Saquon Barkley? You would give me
probably like 54.
Josh would give me 54%. Hutch and JL, you would then be responsible for guessing whether the actual number is over or under that. Josh, you will get points based on how close you are to the actual answer. The closer you are, the more points you get. If you get it exactly right, you'll get 10. If you're 15 away, you'll get 1. Nothing outside of that. Hutch and JL, you guys would get points for correctly picking the over-under. 2 points if you get it right. We will do 6 rounds like this, going in order, alternating who will be setting the line. In the 7th and final round, all of you will be guessing a number. Whoever is the closest to the actual percentage will get 5 points unless they hit it right on the head, and they will get 10. The contestant with the most points at the end of 7 rounds is our poll perception champion on this Christmas Eve, this Festivus.
Me, Hutch.
I'm going for it this week. Let's go.
Guys, before we get into our first poll, we had a question from Swamp in here. First of all, he said, won my first week of the playoff. Woo, woo, suck it, Jimmy John. Nice job, Swamp. And Swamp said Godwin is out, but got AB on waivers. First of all, nice.
Beautiful.
So which 2 wide receivers do I start? T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Marquise Hollywood Brown, and Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's my send here. My absolute must start.
100%, yes. And
who's your second one, Hutch?
My second one would be T. Higgins. DK has just done nothing lately. Hollywood has been really in and out with Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews stepping up and backup quarterback Taylor Huntley. I don't really trust Hollywood right now. T. Higgins, the absolute start. He's on fire. And I believe the Bengals have a really good matchup this week. Sorry, I don't exactly know which
the Ravens.
Ravens, yeah. The Ravens has been ripped to shreds by passing defenses lately, especially with their Marlon Humphrey injury. Like they have like I think they have like a undrafted free agent rookie and like a 6th rounder back there. Like they're gonna get ripped to shreds. T. Higgins is gonna have a big game. So it's Antonio Brown, T. Higgins here.
I'm with you, Hutch. I'm going T. Higgins as well. Josh or JL, do either of you guys have a different second one, or is it A, B, and T?
Nope. Same
A, B, and T. Yeah.
A, B, T. That's who you should be starting, Swamp. And Swamp also wants to know which tight end, Gesicki or Hunter Henry. JL, what do you think here?
That's such
let me check. Who is
the Patriots play the Bills. The Bills are really good against that.
And Miami plays New Orleans.
Yeah, man.
That is close.
It's tough.
I would probably lean Gesicki.
I'll lean Gesicki as man, I don't know. That is really tough. I'll lean Gesicki on this one. They're back to back though. Hutch, what do you think?
I'll lean Gesicki as well. The Bills just bully the tight end position. I feel like the Patriots are going to look elsewhere in the passing game, and I feel like Gesicki's going to score more here. But I don't expect too much from either.
You guys want to take a guess real quick on the over under for this game, the Miami versus New Orleans Saints game?
Oh, it's got to be low. Taysom Hill's not playing.
39 and a half.
Yeah, 41.
36 and a half.
38 and a half.
Ooh.
36 and a half would be insane.
Also, guys, Scott in here saying I'm headed to the semis in the 10K prize league. I asked a question on the other day. Nice job, man. Keep us updated on that. Guys, I see some other questions in here. We are going to get to those in between rounds today. I want to make sure we have enough time for our game, though. The order was decided pre-show. It is going to go Josh, Hutch, JL. So, Josh, that means you are up first. Are you ready for your question?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
That's a yes. And
okay, Josh, your question is, assuming Tyreek Hill doesn't play, who would you rather start half PPR? Side A, Gabriel Davis. Side B, Van Jefferson. Side C, Mecole Hardman. Side D, Zach Ertz. What percentage of people chose side A, Gabriel Davis, in this poll, Josh?
Man.
So this is going to be close. I think between Van Jefferson and Gabe Davis, I'll lean Van Jefferson, but he just had a bad game. Mecole Hardman, I'm not considering at all. Zach Ertz, maybe he'll be the third one. Yeah, he's a tight end. When it comes down to it,
this looks like it's a flex question.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think people are starting tight ends with their flexes. Sorry, I'm not helping you.
No. Keep going. Not joking. So I think Van Jefferson's probably going to win this poll still. Gabe Davis is going to be close. He's been really good. The last 2 weeks, I think he's been on the field over 80% of snaps.
15 total targets in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, so Gabe Davis might just win this. So it's 4 players. Nico Harbin's going to get like none of this. Zach Ertz might get a little bit, 10%. I'll say Gabriel Davis got 30. I'm not going to go with the 9 here. I'm going to say 30%.
30% from Josh on the Gabe Davis side. Hutch, do you think the actual percentage is over or under Josh's guess of 30% on Gabe Davis?
That's a great line. Oh, man. I feel like Mecole Hardman and Zach Ertz could both finish under 10% on this. That means Gabe Davis would have to be oh, man. I think it's over, but I think he hits like 32, 33. I think it's really, really close. But I'm going to say the over.
Hutch taking the over. JL, what do you think here?
What was the line?
30%.
30%.
That is a good line. Joshua, I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under on this.
Yeah, I split the room. 30% from Josh. Hutch taking the over. JL taking the under on that side. We have a bunch of guesses in the chat. Guys, a reminder, play along with us. Put your guesses in there. We'll shout you out if they're really good, and we'll mock you if they're really bad. Craig in here guessing 36%. J-Wall with 35.
36.
Good guess.
John said 21. Bam with 19. Midnight with 44. Albert with 41. Scott with 32. Jay with 40. Justin with 42. And Rendon with 39%. Guys, the guesses were on both sides. JL guessing under, Hutch guessing over. The actual percentage of people that chose Gabriel Davis over Van Jefferson, Mecole Hardman, and Zach Ertz to start this week is 58%.
Oh!
58%. Gabe Davis ran away with it. Van Jefferson wasn't second.
No way.
There was 602 votes on this poll, JL.
Midnight was the closest. With
Van Jefferson. Van Jefferson had 19%. Mecole Hardman had 6. Mecole Hardman had 16%, and Zach Ertz had 8% in this poll.
So Gabe Davis absolutely crushed it. Oh my goodness, man! There are a lot of Gabe Davis truthers. Also, crap! That's a big
Maria in here saying I can't see most of JL's shirt, so it looks like he's just wearing a shirt with Scott's name on it.
Yeah.
Scott
just all black and then just white text Scott Fish.
It looks
good.
It
just says
I like
Scott
it.
Fish. So Josh, unfortunately, you were 28 percentage points away, so you get no points for that one. Hutch, you correctly picked the over, so you will get 2 points. JL, you got nothing. So Hutch is off to an early lead, but it is very much still anybody's game.
We got 6 rounds left.
One. We got 6 rounds left. Hutch, you're right. And are you ready for your poll, Hutch?
Yeah, let's do it.
Your poll is, who is the tight end number 1 in Dynasty? Side A, George Kittle. Side B, Kyle Pitts. Side C, Travis Kelce. Side D, Mark Andrews. What percentage of people chose George Kittle in this poll?
Okay, so, oh man, I feel like a small percentages are going Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews. I feel like those 2 answers are going to be in the lowers side of it, but I also feel like Kyle Pitts could be pretty low too. I feel like this is going to be a pretty heavy consensus George Kittle. I'm going to go with a 49% voting on George Kittle.
49% on the George Kittle side. JL, do you think the actual answer is over or under 49% on the Kittle side?
Oh, I think it is a very, very strong under on this one. I feel like we had a poll like this semi-recently, and Pitts ran away with it.
Josh, what do you think here? Things have changed. Yeah.
I think George Kittle is going to win this poll, but we just did Simon and I did a mock draft, dynasty mock draft, and Kyle Pitts was absolutely the first tight end drafted in that one. You can make an argument Travis Kelce still. Mark Andrews is the number 1 tight end scoring wise on the season, and he's still young. He's 25, 26 years old. He's younger than George Kittle. I'll go with the under though. I'll go with the under. I just think that, again, there's arguments for everyone here. Right?
Think about my number. I feel like I went too high. I don't know how. I'm hoping it's.
We'll see. That last Gabe Davis one fooled us a little bit. So.
Yeah, Josh went low, and then it didn't work out. We got some guesses from the chat as well, guys. A reminder: Hutch guessed 49%. Josh and JL both taking the under. Jay Walling, you're saying 30%. Scott with 37. Craig with 28. Jay with 33. Albert with 25. Bam with 31. Rendon with 23, JR with 33. What's up, JR? Welcome in. Justin with 17, Midnight with 27, and Maria with 35.
Yeah, it's not looking good right now with this.
I'll tell you again on the Gabe Davis one, everyone in the chat was also lower on it. So
yeah, we'll see. I'm not talking about that answer right now.
The actual percentage of people that chose George Kittle over these other 3 tight ends in Dynasty is 19%.
Oh my
19% on that one.
Oh,
the breakdown?
so bad.
The breakdown, George Kittle was actually in last place at 19%.
What?
In third place was Travis
that's
Kelce with 22%. In second place was Mark Andrews with 26, and Kyle Pitts still in first with 32%. This poll was from the last 24 hours as well. So Kyle Pitts, but they're all relatively close. So what I mean, the biggest gap first to last is just 32 to 19. So it seems like there's not a clear consensus on who the number 1 tight end in fantasy is right now. So unfortunately, Hutch, you get 0 points for that one. But what goes on now is we are all tied up 2-2.
Yeah, that was terrible. Sorry, guys. That was bad.
I got 0 points in my first one.
I was really feeling George Kittle. I'm a bit of a George Kittle truther. I really love George.
So Hutch, is Kittle your dynasty tight end number 1 then?
No, he's not.
Who is your dynasty tight end number 1?
For me, it's still Kyle Pitts.
Still Kyle Pitts. Josh, what about you?
I love George Kittle.
It's Kyle Pitts.
JL?
Followed by
Kyle Pitts.
Kittle.
And
Mark Andrews
you can guess who mine is.
Travis Kelce.
It's still Travis Kelce.
No,
I'm going to hold on. Travis Kelce is my dynasty tight end 1.
He's not even a 10-1 right now.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is beating him out this year.
That dynasty mock draft we did, I know I got Mark Andrews much later than the other 3 guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Mark Andrews, I think he's a bit of a value in dynasty right now.
Yeah.
For sure. JL, are you ready for your first poll?
I am so ready. I've never been more ready in my life.
And you know what, JL, this one might look familiar to you. This same poll has been asked a couple times on this show, but I will say it changes drastically all the time. This is one that goes back and forth.
Jamar Chase versus Justin Jefferson, I'm guessing.
Now,
I knew
it! Side A, Justin Jefferson. Side B, Jamar Chase.
For me, this is clear.
Complete guess.
For me, this is so clear.
Don't give him too much help.
For me, this is just for me personally. This is such a clear answer. I don't know why most people would pick one of the sides. I said one of the sides.
JL needs the help. All right.
JL, what percentage of people chose Justin Jefferson in this poll now?
God. All right. So at the beginning of the season, it swung to Jamar Chase, and I called everybody fools because I think everybody on this show was on the Chase side of that. And then Chase stopped performing, and
So you're going to call us out like that?
Yes, I'm going to call you out.
You don't even know for sure.
I'm going to call you out, Josh. Oh yeah,
I was with you too, JL. In the beginning of the season, I was calling touchdown aggression all year long.
Yeah. I'm with you, Hutch, 100%. Now, and so we saw it swing back, right? Justin Jefferson has been playing very well, consistently well. Jamar Chase, well, he kind of hit a little rough patch there in the middle of the season. I think this is still going to be somewhat close, but I'm going to go 58%.
Oh, that's a good number.
58%. Hey, JL, just because I know you love a big sampling size, it's happened to work out. This does have 1,333 votes. How's that?
Say it again.
1,333 votes. Pretty good. Josh, JL guessed. I forgot what number you guessed, JL. I was so focused on
1,058. Should I go 56 for Josh?
50.
54 would be.
Oh, 54. I can't even do math.
5 + 6 = 9. We all know that. Josh,
I went to look up if 1,033 is a prime number, and I just Googled is 1,033. That's all I Googled.
Yeah, it is without a doubt.
100%. It is.
Josh, are you going over or under JL's guess of 58%?
I love me some Justin Jefferson. Jamar Chase has been lacking lately. Justin Jefferson has been pretty darn good. I think the recency bias as well is just going to really favor Justin Jefferson here. So I'm going to take the over. And I once heard JL say that he likes Stephon Diggs more than Justin Jefferson. I don't know. I just heard that once. I don't know.
Not recently.
Shots are being
you're talking about earlier in the year stuff. Me too.
Not recently, Jeff.
I don't know. JL didn't say that. I made
water.
it.
Hunter Renfrow over Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
Yep, 100%. Hutch, are you taking the over or under on JL's guess of 58% on the Justin Jefferson side?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, it's Justin Jefferson 100% for me. And I'm going to trust the people here. I'm going to say it's over, especially with the way Jamar Chase has been performing lately, the way Justin Jefferson's been performing lately. I think it's going to be over here. I think it's going to be over what? It's going to be over 58%.
We got double overs on your guess of 58%, JL. And we got some guesses in the chat. Midnight coming in with 63%. JR saying 41%.
I think 63 is a very good guess. I think 60. I like that guess a lot.
Craig with 54, Justin with 87, Scott with 72, Bam also with 72, Albert with 60, Jordan with 64, Jay with 69. Like Rendon said, I think it changed because Jamar did bad last week. So I'd say 66%. Maria was 65, Joey was 64, and J-Wall with 82%. And Bam saying Frozen Josh feels pretty creepy.
Frozen Josh is always creepy.
Sometimes Frozen Josh is charming and handsome.
Sometimes.
And then he unfreezes and we're thrown back into reality. I'm just kidding. Guys, the actual percentage of people that chose Justin Jefferson in this poll is
be over 60. I mean, over 70.
87% exactly. Justin with our highest guess, and he nailed it on the nose. Exactly right, Justin.
Goodness.
So, guys, the trend continues. JL, you will get 0 points for continues.
That almost was, Moira. Continues.
Josh and Hutch, that is going to put you up to 4 points for correctly picking the over-under. And JL, you are staying.
I just mixed up the numbers. I meant 85.
Oh,
yeah.
I hate
5 points.
We'll just give you 10 points for that then. No worries. Also, Bam said Justin has to be on the vote. Justin cast all 1,333 votes on that. Just kidding. Congrats, Justin. Nice job on that one. Nailed it. Guys,
let's go.
That completes our first round
of
the game.
Justin.
Score is 4-2. And just based on what you guys are saying, it sounds like this is all three of you are unanimously on the Justin Jefferson side here.
Yes, 100%. It's got to be Justin Jefferson. There's soon Adam Thielen's going to be gone. There's going to be less competition for receiving work there. Jamar Chase still has T. Higgins to deal with, newly drafted receiver, and Tyler Boyd, who's only like 25. Is he 26? I believe. Sorry, am I
young? Yeah,
Tyler Jefferson's like 23, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying Tyler Boyd. Is he like 27?
Oh, yeah, he's like 26.
27.
Yeah. Jamar Chase still has a lot of young receivers around him to deal with. Justin Jefferson only has Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen soon will be gone. He's over 30. Gosh.
Man, the thing with Adam Thielen, though, we've seen it this year whenever Calvin Ridley really struggled to operate. Sorry, I messed it up. Kyle Pitts struggled to operate whenever Calvin Ridley left the offense. Sometimes having that second receiving option does benefit the player more than we give them credit for. Take some coverage off of him.
I think that the Vikings, they'll go out and find a second option, but I feel like he'll take less targets than Adam Thielen will.
Yeah, or it could be KJ Osborne. Maybe that's the future of that second receiving option there. We've seen flashes from him. Or
Jamar Chase is still my wide receiver 2 in Dynasty. However, he's paired with Joe Burrow, which is a much better pairing than Kirk Cousins for me personally, who I think could be out of there, sometime soon.
Next couple years, yeah.
Jefferson is my one as well, but I think Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb for me are in the same tier.
Yeah.
Like I think some people have that separation where there's a separate tier right there. I put all three of those guys in the same tier for me.
Me too.
You could flip them, and there's no ill will in my mind. I don't fault anyone having Jamar Chase or CeeDee Lamb as wide receiver 1 right now. I think it makes sense.
I'm right there.
Justin has a question for us. Wants to know, you guys think Adam Thielen plays this week? Josh, do we have any update on that?
I haven't heard any update on it, but high ankle sprain. He was kind of questionable going in last week. They were thinking there was a chance, so I think there's a chance he plays this week, but.
Limited in practice yesterday. It's the latest news we got.
That's the latest news we got. Let's see. Guys, we are going to jump into our next question. Josh, this one's coming to you. Are you ready?
Justin did have a question before we get into that round.
Javonte Williams or Justin Jackson this weekend? It's Javonte for me as well.
We're assuming Williams, Denver, right? Yeah, Javonte Williams. 1,000,000,000%.
Javonte Williams for me as well. JL, do you agree?
Yeah, it's clear Javonte for me.
And the Midnight has a defense question for us. Miami versus Ian Book. So the Miami DST versus the Saints or Chargers
Miami.
versus Houston.
It's a smash Miami for me. I know you're going to disagree.
Oh, really?
Hutch. It's a smash Miami for me.
Oh, I really disagree.
Miami's playing lights out against Ian Book.
Yeah, I feel like that, man, that's really tempting. Oh my goodness. It's so
close.
tempting.
I'd go Miami.
Yeah, you know what? You're leading me. Yeah, Miami gets. Against Ian Book. Oh yeah, I forgot Taysom Hill wasn't playing. It's Ian Book. Yeah, Miami. But I think Chargers. I feel like those could be the top 2 defenses on the week, and I wouldn't be too surprised by it.
Yeah, give me a Chargers. I feel like even with Ian Book, they could just give it to Alvin Kamara, and he'll still do stuff.
Yep, I'll go Chargers as well, but it's really close. These are 2 great.
The Chargers have Rex
week.
Burkhead. I mean, the Houston Texans have Rex Burkhead.
That's true. That's true. I did not consider that they have Rex Burkhead, secret weapon.
Yeah.
Because Brendan has another question for us. Start 2 running back, flex 1. So he needs to start 3 of these players. 2 of them need to be running backs. Saquon Barkley, Miles Sanders, Alexander Mattison, Justin Jackson, Scary Terry, Gabriel Davis, and Jeff Wilson Jr. So 2 running backs and 1 not running back. It could be a 3rd running back. Madison is the locked-in play for me here with Dalvin Cook out. Josh, where are you going next after Madison?
Probably Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Sanders.
I don't like it though.
And then for me, that 3rd option is Scary Terry as the 3rd player that I'm plugging in over the. It could be Saquon Barkley. I understand the argument there.
No, not Saquon.
Or Gabriel Davis. Where are you going, Hutch, for the 3rd one?
I don't like Terry in this matchup with the Cowboys. Last time he saw Trevon Diggs, he got shut down. Like, he just got absolutely shut down. So I'm going to go Sanders. I'm going to go Madison. And then I'm going to take Gabe Davis. I really like Gabe. I'm going to take Gabe Davis here. He's on fire. He's scoring touchdowns, getting used around the red zone. The Patriots are a bit of a tougher matchup, but I still trust the volume that Gabe Davis is getting. I don't want Scary Terry against Trevon Diggs. Jeff Wilson Jr. against the Titans. No way. Barkley hasn't done anything lately. And Justin Jackson, it is exciting, but he is a backup, and we've never really seen him do much with a full role. So I don't know. I think Sanders, Madison, and Gabe Davis here.
Joe, what about you?
Yeah, definitely Madison. I'm tempted to go Barkley, but after last week, I feel like it's going to be a mistake to fade Miles Sanders because I made that mistake last week and it didn't pan out. So I think that's fair. I'll go, but I think I would go Terry McLaurin here over Gabe Davis. McLaurin. Yeah.
We got one more question from Justin before we jump back into our game. And a reminder to everyone watching, right after this, we will be live for Fantasy Football Office Hours at 4:15 Eastern Time and joined by another Front Yard fam member, Joey Wright, ECR ranker for Fantasy Pros. So make sure you guys come in there as well. Get your questions answered for the week. We'll be in there for about 45 minutes doing nothing but answering your questions. Justin wants to know, bench 1, Madison, Cordero Patterson, Chubb, Aaron Jones. Josh, which of these 4 are you benching? I'm assuming PPR.
No, it's Aaron Jones.
It's Aaron Jones for me as well. Hutch, what about you?
Oh man, who the Packers play this week? The Browns.
Yeah, they play the Browns.
Yes.
Man, that's got to be Aaron Jones. That one's tough.
I'm
actually to say though.
And just one quick thing to add though, I am actually getting a bit worried about Cordell Patterson right now. Over the past couple weeks, he has gotten less and less fantasy points, less and less touches. And Mike Davis's touches have really started to get up, and he's starting to actually look decent with them. So Cordell Patterson rest of the season is a bit scary for me. I
understand that, but Detroit this week, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Detroit. Oh yeah, this week he's going to be fine. I think
yeah.
But I'm a little scared of him.
I am too.
I think
you have to lower your expectations a little bit with him.
Yes, I think you should. I think he's not an RB1 anymore, rather an RB2. Right now.
Joey in here saying, crap, I'm on today. Better shower and put on my holiday best. Watch your language, Joey. Don't say shower. Josh, are you ready for your next poll?
Shower.
Yeah. I think so.
Josh, your poll is, which side would you prefer in Superflex Dynasty? Side A, Mac Jones. Side B, the 2022 103. What percentage of people chose Mac Jones in this poll?
Great question. I have no idea.
It is a great question. With the 2022 draft class being not very hyped, I'm not saying it's not going to be good. I'm just saying the general consensus of people don't love it. Mac Jones has looked like a starting quarterback for the foreseeable future for one of the franchises that people love. I'm going to say Mac Jones won this poll. I'm going to say that I think a decent amount of people are just going to want to take Mac Jones here and not want to play the game. Taking the 103, taking our quarterback there. I'll say that 63% of people chose Mac Jones.
That is Josh. That is the exact number I had in my head.
Let's go.
Josh,
Let's go.
I wish I
could
could.
Exact number. So you're putting me on a hardcore tilt here.
I wish I could prove it to you, Josh. But as you started describing it, I typed your guess in before you put it down, and I wrote 63%.
I believe it.
Because I know you like your nines, and I know the range that you want to be in. I already have 63% written down as your guess. Hutch,
I had 63. I had 63 in my head, so this makes it tougher. The quarterback class really isn't hyped up. Mac Jones has been playing fantastic. The only thing is, I personally would not go 63. I feel like I would not, like, for me personally, I would.
Yeah.
I think I'd still lean Mac Jones, but very, very slightly, because Mac Jones is a pocket passer. He's not a quarterback that can run. He's not a guy that's going to see very high passing volume. Most likely the Patriots' run offense has been really good. Their offensive line, their defense have been playing fantastic right now. They're going to be looking good for the next few years. So I feel like Mac Jones is a bit overrated, actually, in Dynasty right now, because he just doesn't, like, the Patriots don't give him enough volume to do much. So but I think the people are going to be over 63% here. I think he's over. I can't believe he put it at 63. I'm mad.
I'm mad about the that. Over on 63%. JL, are you agreeing with Hutch here? Or are you taking the under on Josh's guess of 63%?
I'm terrified.
I'm gonna take the under. This might bite me in the ass again. I'm gonna take the under because exactly what Hutch said. I think that I think the less people will take Mac Jones because he's just not a fantasy darling like some other people are.
Yeah, I'm hoping people get fooled by that. Look at like potential rookie of the year, one of the best passers in the NFL right now as it is. The Patriots are going 9-5. I'm hoping people look more in that narrative because as an analyst, I feel he's overrated, but I don't know.
We will see. We got some guesses in here. Jordan with 64%, J-Wall with 56%, JR with 41%, Joey Wright giving it the Pat Fryer Tuck 88%, JR with 41%, Albert with 48%. Midnight with 33% and Justin with 37%. So we got guesses on both sides here. Josh, you split the contestants. You also split the chat. The percentage of people that actually took Mac Jones over the 2022 103 in this poll was 29%.
No. Oh my goodness. You gotta be kidding me. 29%?
Nice job, Midnight. You were the only one close down there. Justin fairly close with 37, but Midnight was the closest. So the trend continues. And guys, now this game,
kidding me.
This game is all tied up 4-4.
That genuinely really surprises me.
Josh,
really surprises me.
You skunked on your questions today, Josh. 0 points on your own questions.
John, do you think that would go that low? John, did you think that would go that low?
Oh, you asked me. No, I didn't think it would be that low. No, I think people would have more people would have picked on the Mac Jones side, but I did expect it to be probably in the 40s.
Yeah, that I think we're starting to see this is the time of year. Maybe we forget every year how much people just go cuckoo for picks this time of year. They just get absolutely obsessed.
If it was a 2022 101, I think I'd still take over 50%. I think I'd still prefer Mac Jones. I think I'd still take over 50. That's crazy.
Well, Hutch, we have another quarterback question for you. This one is different, though. Your question for this round is which QB would you rather roster in Dynasty? Side A, Patrick Mahomes. Side B, Justin Herbert. What percentage of people chose Patrick Mahomes in this poll?
Guys, I'm going to be honest here. I feel like I might prefer, for me personally, I think I prefer Justin Herbert. I think I prefer Justin Herbert in Dynasty. I am nervous about Patrick Mahomes with his interception craziness and what plays he tries to make. And I feel like Mahomes' weapons are going to deteriorate soon. I feel like Hill, especially being a speedster, depending on that athleticism, is going to go down soon. Kelsey at 31, 32 years old. That time's going to come. So I feel like in the next couple of years, his weapons are going to be gone. And the Chiefs, with drafting Sammy Watkins and Mecole Hardman, they have not been able to find a good receiving option lately. So I'm a bit nervous about Mahomes' future. With Justin Herbert, I'm just I'm locked in with Justin Herbert. I feel like he's amazing. I love him. I think Patrick Mahomes is good too. But I think people are going to go Patrick Mahomes here. I'm going to put the number at 62% of people saying Patrick Mahomes.
62% Patrick Mahomes from Hutch.
No, hold on. Wait, 67%. Let me go
67% on that one from Hutch.
Guys, before do a lot more.
Before we answer that one, we had a question in the chat I wanted to hit from Baller. Welcome
what up,
in.
Baller?
He wants to know, can someone help me choose between AJ Brown or Russell Gage at wide receiver 2? No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we'd be glad to help you. Hutch, you're going Gage here over AJ Brown coming back from injury.
You can't trust AJ Brown coming back. No way.
So Hutch is going Gage. Josh, where are you going here?
I'm ready to get hurt again. I'm going to go with AJ Brown. I'm going to go with AJ Brown here, but Gage is absolutely the safer play. His targets are consistent. AJ Brown's the upside play. I'm probably playing AJ Brown if I was making the decision.
And Josh, I was going to take the cop-out answer, exactly what you said. Gage is going to get the targets. So I think Gage is the safe play. You need 8 to 12 points, throw Gage in there. But if you need the upside of 20 to 30 points, I think AJ Brown is more likely to have that blow-up game.
We've seen Gage drop zeros on like 5 targets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have seen Gage drop zeros.
Gage doesn't exactly have the safest floor lately.
Compared to AJ Brown coming
compared to AJ Brown
lately.
Yeah. JL, where are you going here?
I'm going AJ Brown.
AJ Brown from JL on that one. Guys, I stalled you a little bit now. That was a great question. JL, are you taking over or under Hutch's guess of 67% here?
67 is an excellent line.
It's way too good of a guess. I hate it. You're getting points. You're getting points here from that guess.
Yeah,
I'm very confident about that. I don't know why.
I feel good about this guess.
Wait, has anyone gotten points on a question yet?
No.
That's
rare, by the way.
And we've been way off.
Way off.
We've been way off on these.
I blame
JL, where are you going here?
I'm gonna go over. I gotta vote based off my heart, and it's gotta be over here.
JL taking the over. Josh, where are you going here? Over or under?
I was ready to smash that over 162% Hutch.
Yeah.
Now, but I would have guessed 63%, again for this one. So I'll take the under. You split us. Whatever. We'll see what happens.
Under. So we've got 67% guess from Hutch, over from JL, under from Josh. We have some guesses in the chat as well. J-Wall with 87%, JFU with 55, JR guessing 60. Midnight with 82, Kev guessing 52.
It's all over the place.
Albert was 64. Justin said 59 and then changed his mind.
There's no way it's under 50.
So we will see.
Under 50, right?
The
like you said, Hutch, you were on Justin Herbert's side.
I want Herbert, but I don't think the consensus thinks that way.
All right, let's see.
The actual percentage of people that chose Patrick Mahomes over Justin Herbert in this poll, based on 2,450 votes, is 51%. Hutch, you were 16 percentage points away, which is one outside of the race. You get 0 points. You get 0 points. 15 is the limit, and you were 16 away. You were the one number off from getting points for that round. JL, you correctly picked. Oh no, Josh picked the under on that one. So Josh is going to move into a commanding lead of 6-4. And JL, you are the last hope for someone to score points on their poll today.
During the regular season.
And Josh have
both been oh my God. I have to. I feel like no matter what, I have to be picked different than Josh on this one then.
The last poll's worth 5 points. So you can, whoever. Yeah, you'll beat Josh in the last round, even if he gets this one and you don't. Russell in here has a question for a standard PPR. So I'm guessing PPR, 1 full point PPR, OBJ or Marquise Brown this week. Josh, where are you going here? Our Ravens fan.
It's Marquise Brown for me.
Hutch, what about you?
Odell Beckham. He's second on the team in targets since he's gotten really involved since the bye week. It's got to be Odell Beckham here. I feel like his floor is just really, really safe. And don't they play the Vikings this week, the Rams?
Yes.
We're on that? Yeah, that's a fantastic matchup. OBJ is the start here for me.
JL, are you going OBJ or Marquise Brown?
I'm going Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown. And I'm with Hutch on this side. I feel like that's happened a couple times so far, but I'm on the OBJ side of this one.
Sorry, Russell Westbrook.
yeah. Go with Marquise Brown.
Also, on that last one, did Maria nail it on that one? It looks like everyone's saying let's go. Or no, Jordan got really close on that one, it looks like. Guys, we are going to jump into our last poll before the final round. JL, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your
ready
question
to
is,
disappoint everybody.
which side would you prefer in a 12-team PPR Superflex Dynasty? Side A is Amon-Ra St. Brown plus a 2023 first. Side B is Dalvin Cook. What percentage of people chose side A in this poll?
Wow.
Also, Kev said, excuse me, no props for 52%. Kev,
what was the actual?
All the prop, 51. You were 1% away. My bad. Nice job. Also, Sean, welcome in.
Sean!
What's up? Glad to have you here. FYF fam for
Happy
life.
holidays. You, Sean.
Yeah, happy Thursday. Happy holidays.
Sean.
JL, where are you going on this one?
Oh, that's
Super
such a good
flex,
question.
So it's got it. That first definitely has value.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people are just going to sleep on Dalvin Cook. Oh, God. I'm going to go with, I don't know. I'm going to go with.
Oh, I'm gonna write the number down that I'm thinking in my head. So if you guess it, I could throw it up.
I'm going to go with 47%.
47%.
I wrote down 42.
Josh, are you taking the over or under on JL's guess of 47%?
That's what I thought he was going to go.
Yeah. I think I'm ever so slightly on the Dalvin Cook side. So I think this was a good guess, JL, when it comes down to it. 2023 first is still a bit away, but it's getting hyped up. Amon-Ra St. Brown's looking really good, but he's on the Lions. I'll take the under.
Josh,
I feel good about it. I'll take the under.
What about you? Are you taking the under or the over here?
Well, now I feel forced to take the over, but you know what? I'll be 2 points behind him. What do I need to be able to beat him in the next round?
You just got to be closest.
Be closest. All of you are going to guess a number. So just like one person's been guessing the number here, everyone's going to write their number down, reveal it, and then whoever's closest gets 5 points unless you get it right on the head. So unless JL nails this one exactly right, whoever gets the next question right wins.
Okay, so then I guess I'm gonna go for the tie then. Like if I'll go for the tie, I'm gonna take. Wait, you know what? No, just take. What did you take, Josh? I'm just taking the same.
The under. Your heart was telling you under. So
yeah, the thing is there any way I can tie? Then we end the game tied
with JL.
Not really. Maybe with JL. Don't worry about me.
Okay, yeah.
JL gets this one.
I'm gonna go with what I think it is. I'm gonna take the under. I think it's.
I think it was a smart decision.
Under from Hutch on that one. So we've got double unders there, guys. We've got some guesses in the chat. J-Wall 69%, nice. JR with 25%.
Watch your mouth, J-Wall.
Jordan with 35%, nice. Albert with 38%. Kev with 52, Jordan with 41, Midnight with 49%.
Almost 49 Midnight.
And also Jordan said, damn, Simon put us in the bedroom for today's stream. I missed the jerseys on the floor. They'll be back. I'm just out of town for a little bit.
Last day here, right?
Didn't you say yeah, I think it's the last stream here.
We'll see.
You never know when a stream pops up.
We'll see.
Guys, the actual percentage of people that chose the Amon-Ra St. Brown in 2023 first side of this poll. Does JL break the streak? Can he get on the board on his own question? The actual percentage is 15%.
Oh my God!
People on the Amon-Ra St. Brown.
How did you find these polls?
They're all on Twitter. I think our closest guest was 25% from JR.
Good, JR.
maybe the worst poll perception game
I don't
we've
think.
ever had here.
Well, like here's the thing: we've scored more points. I think in total. I think we've scored less points previously, but I don't think we've done a worse job. I don't think we've ever had it where the person guessing the percentage has ever been this far off.
I updated the scores wrong. It is Josh with 8. Hutch with 6, JL with 4. So it is anybody's game. Whoever is closest on this final one will be the winner of today's show. Are you guys ready for our final poll?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
I guess.
Maria said, you guys even play fantasy football? Yeah, no, not at all.
No, not at all.
Guys, your last poll, it's a little bit different than the other ones we've had. This poll says, in your fantasy football leagues, does the best team usually win? Side A, yes. Side B, no. There are 833 votes. So you guys are guessing side A. What percentage of people chose side A in this poll? Write it down. Don't say it out loud. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds, and then we will reveal all the answers and determine the winner. So in your fantasy football leagues, does the best team usually win? Side A, yes. Side B, no. What percentage of the people said yes?
I don't like this question.
This is a dumb question.
It was a dumb question. Well, you guys didn't do so good with the other one, so hopefully
they were also dumb questions.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man.
Maria said it looked like JL just found out he needs paper for the last question. I have paper. The problem is I left my only working pencil in the bathroom.
Oh,
don't ask me what I was doing.
You were working something out.
I was working.
It's the classic
I had
joke.
A problem.
It's the classic joke. Hey, you need a pencil to work something out in there?
Wait, doesn't matter. It's just closest overall, right? It doesn't matter if we
over under. It doesn't matter. Nope, it's not Price is Right rules. So you just got to be the closest.
Oh my goodness, this is such a great question.
Okay,
I got mine.
Okay, you got yours written down. JL, you got yours written down.
Yeah.
Hutch, you got yours. Let me know once yours is written down, and then we will start the review.
I need to write it bigger.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
There we go.
Biggest you've ever written before.
I have a bunch of different things crossed out on here, so it's gonna look messy, but I need to write a big number.
JL, what is your answer? You reveal first since you're in last place.
Is that 26, 29?
29.
29% from JL.
I'm close to you. I'm right by you.
Josh, what did you say?
What did you write?
Well, Hutch is supposed to go next.
Oh yeah, Hutch is supposed to go next because you've got 6.
I wrote down 25%.
No! Hutch wrote 25%. Josh, what did you write?
I wrote down 25. You're 27.
27. Josh in a little box right there.
Yeah,
Josh,
Hutch, we
you
did
are
it.
boxed, and JL guessed
20. You can't win, right? So that means he can't win, right?
You can't.
If it's 26 or 28, I tie one of you guys, and I would win.
Yeah. So it has to be between 26 and 28 for Josh to win.
Yes.
All right.
And guys,
nice.
We got some guesses in the chat as well. Man. Jordan said 31. J-Wall said 9.
Guys.
JR said 75.
Whoa.
Ed said 52. Justin said 36.
Yes.
Jordan said 69. Craig with 15. Midnight with 58.
Wait, guys,
50.
I just want to 100% make sure. The choice A was yes, right?
Yep.
You're guessing for what percentage of people said yes?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Jordan said 21%. Maria said 50. Guys, the actual percentage of people, JL guessing 29, Hutch guessing 25, Josh guessing 27. The actual percentage of people that said yes, the best team usually wins my fantasy football leagues was 24%. Hutch, you are our winner.
Let's go.
Hutch will add 5 points.
95% time, you know?
One off.
I first had 23% written. Should have stuck with my gut.
Should have stuck with your gut. You would have been close on that one. But Hutch is our poll perception champion today.
Let's go.
Guys, everybody watching, thank you so much for coming in and playing this game with us. Oh, I almost fell backwards. Hutch, thank you so much for coming back on. You are 2 for 2 on the show. Undefeated so far. Guys, if you do not already follow our guest Hutch on Twitter, go and follow him right now at TYFMNFL. It is right there below his face. And Hutch, truly, it's always so much fun having you come on, man. Even though you come in and
awesome,
just beat us down at our games. Appreciate it.
It wasn't really a beatdown. It came down to the last round.
Not happening next time, Hutch. No way.
Guys, that is going to be it for us this afternoon. We will be back on in about 10 minutes at 4:15 Eastern time for Fantasy Football Office Hours. Joey Wright coming on over there where the Front Yard Crew is going to be answering your questions. Any fantasy start-sit questions you have, playoff questions, or heck, you knocked out of the playoffs, you got some dynasty questions, bring them over and we would be glad to answer them. Until then, though, that is going to be it for us today. A big thanks again to Hutch, and we are out of here.
Trading makes fantasy fun. Let's go.
See ya.
Adios, everyone.